So we've talked about Pokemon games where you become a park ranger in the Pokemon universe. We've talked about Pokemon games where you play as a Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. But today we're going to talk about a Pokemon spin-off that puts you in the shoes of a Warlord in the Pokemon universe. Pokemon Conquest takes place in the feudal era of the Pokemon universe. You've got warlords in different castles in different regions, and they're all combating each other to take over their castles. You fight each other to steal the other person's castle. It's definitely nothing like we've seen in Pokemon before. And honestly, I think it's one of the more interesting settings that Pokemon has us visit. But before we get started talking about Pokemon Conquest, my name is Dan and welcome to my YouTube channel. I use this space to talk about video games, and this month we're talking about Pokemon. We're almost at the end of Pokemon month, but we're not quite there yet. So if you like this kind of stuff, do yourself a favor and subscribe. So if Pokemon Conquest looks familiar to you, it's because it's a strategy game. It's a tactical RPG set in the Pokemon world. Games like XCOM and Fire Emblem are known to champion this genre, but here's Pokemon trying to find its way in and get their players to play tactical RPGs for some reason. A lot of the rules we see in the Pokemon RPGs are in play in Pokemon Conquest. You've got Pokemon with certain types that are either super effective against one another or not so effective, and you've also got Pokemon with certain moves and certain abilities that are specific to that Pokemon. And all of this is ingested into the tactical RPG that is Pokemon Conquest. I could go on talking about why this game is interesting compared to Fire Emblem, but what I'm really interested in Pokemon Conquest is the setting. This is a world where Pokemon warlords exist and they fight for each other's turf. Not for a badge or for clout, they're literally fighting over their homes with Pokemon. It's all very playful and fun, but these fights are literally over the other person's castle. If you lose, you get kicked out, but if you win, you steal your opponent's castle and add it to your turf. You're literally taking people's homes and evicting them over a Pokemon battle. And I'm laughing because this is so unlike Pokemon. Pokemon's all about, we're all training together, we're all friends, we're all working for the same goal, we're gonna be rivals and it's gonna be friendly. No, now it's, if I beat you, I take your house. This is so unlike what Pokemon's usually about, and I think that's why I sort of love this setting for Pokemon Conquest. When you play Pokemon RPGs, there's always a reference to this ancient time, and this seems to be one of those ancient times when Pokemon are involved in these great wars. Typically, Pokemon is set in a modern, futuristic era where Pokéballs are required to catch Pokemon, but it seems like there's just partnerships. Pokemon are friends with their ally humans, and in the game, that is quantified as a link level, which is, I suppose, the same as a Pokemon level, but as that grows, the Pokemon strength grows as well. I don't think there's any good way to translate this over to the Pokemon RPGs. You've got the Pokemon's friendship level, which kind of matters, but doesn't really. That only changes the way Pokemon evolve in the mainline RPGs, but it was interesting to see the link between Pokemon and human be the level that the Pokemon uses as its strength. And it also speaks to that core value in Pokemon that it's all about the bond between the trainer and the Pokemon, and Pokemon Conquest uses that but then wages war against that warlord's enemies. And just as we think about Pokemon's future and what Pokemon Conquest could say about the next game in the series, I think it'd be really interesting to have a full Pokemon RPG set in a different era of the Pokemon timeline. I know it doesn't really make sense because you're usually out there to catch them all, but I think it'd be really cool to have an actual RPG with only a few partner Pokemon, and you focus on your bond with that team and that team alone. And if it's set in a not futuristic setting, I think that'd be even cooler. I think this is the kind of thing I'd love to see in a full Pokemon RPG, but I don't know if I'm alone in that. If you think of other franchises like Zelda, that game jumps around the timeline of Hyrule like crazy. It goes from the creation of the Master Sword to when Hyrule finally falls to Ganon in Breath of the Wild. So why not more of that in Pokemon? Why aren't there games that hop around the actual timeline to explore the myths of Pokemon and how ancient Pokemon once ruled the world and all of these crazy concepts that we come across in the RPGs? I think Pokemon Conquest represents something that could show us those crazy concepts in action. So the main draw of Pokemon Conquest for me was the setting. I just found it really interesting to be exploring the feudal era of Pokemon, but what do you think? Do you think we need more Pokemon RPGs that explore the feudal era, or maybe the hyper-futuristic era, or maybe the Stone Age era of Pokemon? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really interested in hearing what other settings you'd like to see in the Pokemon universe. If you like this video, do me a favor and like it, and if you really like this video, do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. It's the best way to let me know that you like my content and that I should keep making more things like this. Other than that, I hope you're enjoying Pokemon's birth month. I know there really hasn't been too many news updates around Pokemon this month, but I think we're gonna get something towards the end of the month. Don't quote me on that. I'm just kind of hoping at this point. It'd be nice to hear something. They sort of glazed right over Pokemon in the Nintendo Direct, which I was a little surprised about, but I think day of Pokemon's birthday, maybe we'll get some more. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.